Well, my wild tour story actually happened just the other day. We were in Lincoln, Nebraska, the talk of the town in Lincoln, Nebraska. And it might have been 1 degree outside or something like that. Freezing cold, snowing, all this. I'm chilling on my bus before the show, drinking, just getting ready. And there wasn't parking like right next to the venue, so we were like a block and a half away. So we had to sprint from the bus to the stage, you know what I mean? And not just die, get frostbit, on the way there. I leave the bus, I go on stage, I play my show. Great show, great fans, sold out, you know what I mean? Crazy, everything. After the show, running back to my bus through the freezing cold, I'm sweating from the show, you know what I mean? It's 1 degree, it's snowing, all that. And I'm in a rush to get on the bus. I put the code in, I open the door, and I make it 1 step in, and it was like I got hit with a brick, like a tidal wave of smoke, and the whole bus is on fire. Like literally the whole bus is in flames. I didn't even notice because it's so cold outside. I'm rushing to get on, and it hit me. It took a second, like, wait, let's just let it air out, then I'll get on. I was like, wait, no, it's on fire. Luckily, we have 2 buses, so I go on the crew bus, and we call the fire trucks. It's crazy. And then the fire trucks, like the old dumbass fire people, were parked on a 1-way. So instead of just turning to get us, they make the whole block to, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, what? Put the fire out. And then they, they come and they gotta break the window in the back, and it turns out it was so cold, we had these space heaters on the bus, trying to survive out here. A note to self, don't ever tour in January again, not through the middle of the country. And they put the fire out, and we finally get on the bus, and it's like, this is our home. Like, I had that bus for like 3 tours. I was, I spent more time on that bus than in my actual apartment that I pay rent for, you know what I mean? Like, I was home. So we get on, and it's like a marshmallow in there, like toasted, burnt to a crisp. Like, we lost some gems. Like, man, my homie Marty, he had the Supreme, the Air Force One collab they did, the red ones, all that was left was the soles. They were burnt to a crisp, man, but the one thing that survived is everybody's Apple products. So my 2 phones were left on my bunk, and hey, shouts out to Steve Jobs, man, for real. My case and my screen protector were like burnt to a crisp, but I hit that home button, and I just see the text messages start, you know what I mean? It's like they're both working, everybody's computer. My homie's computer, it looked like a burnt piece of toast on the outside. He pulled it up, turned it on, it worked. But it's one of those things where it's a reminder that material things are material things, and glad everybody was safe, that stuff's replaceable, but the fact that our house burnt down the other night, you know what I mean, was crazy.
And I felt like that was my only way to breathe and to keep living, was to write all these things down, because I didn't speak. And so when I taught myself how to play the guitar when I was 9, it was kind of like putting poetry to music, and it was like this new kind of magic that I had made, and it literally saved my life.
They were just like, you know what I'm saying, what make you different? What you doing? You ain't got no spikes on your shoulder. You ain't got, you know what I'm saying, just coming at me on some wild shit. Just saying all this shit, I'm looking like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I'm just staring them down like, that's how you feel?
He actually heard a song that I did in Miami. I was working out of the Circle House. It was a crazy writing camp over there. Came up with Let Me See. He heard it and was like, get that kid, get him out here. Let's, fly him to Atlanta.
I wanted to have a kid, and I think that's a scary thing. I think especially for female artists, like, what will that mean, for my future if I take a break out to live and be a mom?